Before the creation of humanity, the Greek gods fought and won a great and decisive battle against a formidable race of giants known as the Titans. These colossal beings, older and more powerful than anything in the cosmos, once ruled the world with unmatched strength and authority. But their time came to an end when the gods, led by Zeus, mounted a rebellion. In a cataclysmic war that shook the very foundations of the universe, the Olympian gods clashed with the Titans in what came to be known as the Titanomachy. After years of fierce combat, most of the Titans were either destroyed or driven down to the eternal hell known as Tartarus, a dark and abysmal prison where they would languish for eternity in torment. However, not all the Titans fought against the gods. The Titan Prometheus, whose name translates to foresight or forethought, foresaw the futility of resisting the gods' rising power. Persuading his brother Prometheus to join him, Prometheus took the side of the Olympians, fighting alongside them during the great battle. Prometheus and Prometheus, whose name means afterthought, were two of the few Titans who chose to align with the gods, and for their loyalty, they were spared from the same fate as their kin. As a token of gratitude for their service in the war, Zeus, the ruler of Mount Olympus, entrusted the two brothers with an important and sacred task: the creation of all living creatures on Earth. Prometheus was assigned the role of distributing the gifts of the gods among the new creatures. Eager to fulfill his role, he bestowed various abilities and traits upon the animals that populated the world. To some, he gave the gift of flight, enabling birds to soar gracefully through the skies. To others, he granted the ability to swim, allowing fish and sea creatures to move effortlessly through the depths of the ocean. He gave land animals the ability to run swiftly across the earth, some with sleek, agile bodies, while others were gifted with strength and endurance. Prometheus was generous with his gifts. He clothed the creatures of the world in a multitude of different skins, some with glittering scales that shimmered in the sunlight, others with soft fur that provided warmth and comfort. He armed predators with sharp claws and teeth, giving them the tools to hunt and survive in the wild. By the time Prometheus had finished his task, the animal kingdom was thriving, each species equipped with the means to flourish in its environment. Meanwhile, Prometheus turned his attention to creating a new and unique being: humanity. Unlike the animals, which were designed to live in harmony with nature, Prometheus envisioned something more for humans. He sculpted the first human figures out of mud and clay, carefully shaping them in the image of the gods themselves. These early humans, though made of earthly materials, bore a divine resemblance to the Olympians in form and appearance. But despite their divine appearance, Zeus decreed that humans were to remain mortal. They would live their lives on Earth, beneath the lofty heights of Mount Olympus, and worship the gods from afar. Zeus saw humanity as subservient creatures, beings vulnerable to the harsh elements of the natural world and utterly dependent on the gods for their survival and protection. Humans were to be weak, fragile, and reliant on the gods for everything, from the food they ate to the safety of their homes. Prometheus, however, had a different vision for the beings he had created. He looked at his crude creations and saw within them the potential for something greater. He believed that humanity could rise above mere subservience, that they could achieve knowledge, power, and even the ability to challenge the forces that controlled them. Prometheus wanted more for his humans than Zeus had intended. An opportunity to help humanity presented itself when Zeus asked Prometheus to decide how sacrifices would be made to the gods. In ancient times, sacrifices were an essential part of worship, and offerings were made to honor the gods and gain their favor. The wily Prometheus devised a clever trick to give humans an advantage over the gods. He slaughtered a bull and divided the carcass into two parts. In one part, he concealed the succulent flesh, and nourishing meat beneath the unappealing and grisly entrails of the animal. In the other part, he hid the inedible bones beneath a thick layer of glistening fat, making the less desirable portion appear more enticing. When Prometheus presented the two portions to Zeus, the king of the gods, Zeus, unaware of the trick, chose the seemingly better portion, only to discover that it was nothing but bones hidden under a layer of fat. Outraged by the deception, Zeus was furious at having been made a fool of in front of the other gods. His anger boiled over, and in his wrath, he sought to punish humanity for Prometheus's actions. As retribution, Zeus forbade the use of fire on Earth. Without fire, humans would be unable to cook their food, heat their homes, or forge tools. Fire, which was the cornerstone of civilization, was taken away, leaving humanity to shiver in the cold and darkness. But Prometheus, ever the champion of mankind, refused to see his creation suffer. He could not bear to watch humanity, the beings he had crafted with such care, live in helplessness and misery. And so, he devised a plan to steal fire from the gods and return it to the people. Prometheus scaled the heights of Mount Olympus, entering the workshop of Hephaestus, the god of fire and craftsmanship, and Athena, the goddess of wisdom. There, he stole a glowing ember from the hearth and hid the precious flame inside a hollow fennel stalk. With the fire safely concealed, Prometheus descended from Olympus and brought the flames down to earth, gifting humanity with the power to harness fire. This simple act transformed human civilization. With fire, humans could cook their food, provide warmth for their families, and protect themselves from the elements. But more than that, fire allowed humans to forge weapons, build tools, and wage war. The stolen flame acted as a catalyst for human advancement, enabling them to take control of their environment and bend nature to their will. When Zeus looked down from Mount Olympus and saw the flames burning in the human villages, he realized what had happened. Prometheus had once again defied his authority and given humanity a gift that would change the course of history. Zeus's fury knew no bounds. To punish Prometheus for his rebellion, Zeus imposed a cruel and eternal punishment. The Titan was chained to a lonely cliff at the edge of the world, where each day he would be visited by a monstrous vulture. The bird would tear into Prometheus' flesh, devouring his liver. Each night, his liver would regenerate, only for the torment to begin again the next morning. Though Prometheus remained in perpetual agony, he never expressed regret for his act of defiance. His resilience in the face of such brutal punishment made him a beloved figure in mythology. He was celebrated not only for his cunning, but also for the knowledge, progress, and power he had brought to humanity. Prometheus became a symbol of resistance against tyranny, a champion of human potential, and a reminder of the power of individual acts of rebellion. Prometheus's story has inspired countless works of art and literature throughout history. In Percy Bysshe Shelley's lyrical drama, Prometheus Unbound, the author reimagines Prometheus as a romantic hero who escapes his chains and continues to spread empathy, knowledge, and wisdom. Shelley praised Prometheus as a figure of moral and intellectual perfection, writing, "Prometheus is the type of the highest perfection of moral and intellectual nature, impelled by the purest and the truest motives to the best and noblest ends." Meanwhile, Mary Shelley, Percy's wife, took a different view of Prometheus in her novel Frankenstein, subtitled The Modern Prometheus. In this cautionary tale, Prometheus is a warning about the dangers of corrupting the natural order and the potential consequences of playing God. The story remains relevant to modern discussions surrounding the ethical implications of science and technology. Whether seen as a hero, rebel, or trickster, Prometheus remains a powerful symbol of humanity's ability to harness the forces of nature and shape the world. His tale reminds us of the potential of individual acts to spark change and challenge the standards of the world. The tale of Prometheus is a profound reminder of the cost and courage required to challenge authority and push for progress. Prometheus risked everything to gift humanity with fire, representing knowledge, creativity, and advancement. In doing so, he defied Zeus, emphasizing the theme that true progress often demands bravery, sacrifice, and, at times, rebellion against oppressive power. Prometheus's act wasn't merely about fire, it was about empowering humanity to harness the tools to build their own future, independent of divine constraints. His story resonates with our journey toward innovation and self-determination, inspiring us to stand up for what we believe is right, even at great personal cost. In our lives, there may be moments when we face resistance to our dreams, ideas, or progress. Like Prometheus, we might need to choose between staying comfortable or taking a stand for something greater. Thank you for joining us on this journey into myth. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know what myth you'd like to explore next on Wonders of Myth.